weirdest ride I've ever been in my life.
This coaster's meant to be dreadful.
Everything looks so janky.
I'm looking forward to a few rides here.
We're in a road trip to ride roller coasters at 23 theme parks across North America. In the last video we were on Indiana Beach, and now we're going to Little Amerricka. Let's go!
We've made it to Little Amerricka. Operations to get in was quite slow. No one really had a clue what they were doing on the tills. There was quite a big queue, but we've made it in. I'm not expecting the operations here to be much better than entrance, but I'm looking forward to a few rides here.
Everything looks so janky. They have a lot of this weird quirky rides. You can purchase a wristband. We got the one that is $23 and gives access to all the rides except the go-karts and the mini golf. We're just joining a queue to go on one of the coasters here.
This coaster's meant to be dreadful. So here, I've seen a few of these around. It's like a milk can coaster, goes up vertical, loads of helixes. Apparently everyone says it's so bad. It's been like a bucket list coaster because when someone tells me something's so bad, I need to try it out for myself. So I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it's gonna be. This is the weirdest ride I've ever been in my life.
Yeah, that was pretty strange.
How awkward was that? So we entered this little cage.
It looks like a little
It's like
postman hat style car. It was tight in there, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, the way you're seated is so weird. And when you start going up, it's terrifying. It
It's
feels
almost as weird as noticing that a graveyard is overlooking this park. That's a bit weird, isn't it?
It is.
We're like, we've got a graveyard looking at us at the moment. Anyway, as we were saying about the ride.
So the ride is really weird. When you start doing the helix, it's just pointless. You're just sitting there. But when you're going up, it's just terrifying. It's the weirdest feeling. It's just like something that I would just do once, just to try it out and be like, oh, this is so different that I want to try. But it's not like a good ride that you would want to repeat. It's just fun to go and experience.
Yeah, I don't think I will go back on that ever again. I'll go on another one.
Another one, yeah, not the same.
I snapped my back on that.
Marcus was sitting like this. He didn't even fit in the car.
I banged my head a little bit. I twisted my back on the janky airtime hill.
Oh yeah, the airtime hills are just crazy.
Let's go do something that's smooth looking, either Mad Mouse or Meteor.
Yeah, that's the wooden coaster. They have a flat right here that I want to try as well.
Yeah.
Looks really weird. We're gonna do the coasters now and then the flat rides.
It was surprisingly more smooth than I thought it was
It
going to
was. I enjoyed it.
be. Yeah, I thought it was going to be like some rough, janky wooden coaster. No, it's actually pretty smooth. They've kept good upkeep. And I think the hype man in the station, he's doing quite good, keeping everyone quite hyped for it, and all the kids are loving it.
Yeah.
It's been pretty good.
Now we're gonna do the wild,
Like a weird wild.
the Mad Mouse. So what are you expecting from this wild mouse?
Pain. This one looks the jankiest one that I've ever seen. I've never seen a wild mouse like this before.
Oh, the trays. I love the trays. How weird they look. Wild mouse was surprisingly smooth.
Not as janky as you think it'll be. That's like the theme of this park. Not as janky as it looks. The final couple hills were a little bit janky, but apart from that, it was,
Yeah, it was really
alright.
smooth. The weirdest thing is more about the trains. It doesn't have any seat belts, you're just hold on the bars. But because it's really smooth, it's fine. But it's funny how nothing here has a seat belt. Oh, we do have a weird hobby, don't we? Oh, we felt kind of awkward doing that kiddie coaster now.
Yeah, they're trying to arrange all the other kids. Only 3 adults per train.
It was a little bit weird.
But anyway, +1.
Yay, +1! So if you don't understand what we're talking about, we collect roller coasters basically, and every coaster that you go is a credit. Today here we got all the 4 credits on the park. We're always chasing this kiddie coaster. Some parks don't let us ride the kiddie coasters without a kid, but here they honestly don't care about anything, right? So we're just getting the credit. Let's just do some flat rides now.
Monorail. Looks like a little spaceship, doesn't it? It's cool.
Are you enjoying the amazing views of the parking lot?
Yes, look at all the cars. Monorail.
On that side we can see the park. Kind of, like there's a lot of trees in the way. But the park is there somewhere. You can see the mini golf.
Mini golf is quite well centred.
It is. And here we can have nice views of the graveyard. I can't get over the fact there's a graveyard next to this park. Oh, there's no one to ride the parachutes. So the operator is just there chilling, sitting on one of the parachutes. I just love this park. There is this random house here with no sign whatsoever. And there's a person in the front controlling people's entrance. So it seems to be a ride, but it doesn't look like one. Could be like a walk-through attraction.
We need to go see what it is. Hello, what's in here? What's in here? Or do we just find out?
Yeah, you can just find out. Go ahead.
Might get a surprise.
We were asking here, he just said just go and find out.
But he said be careful of what bites in the night.
Oh no, he said.
So, it starts off by saying good luck, so that's always a good sign.
Me and Damien will lead the way.
Well,
It's kind of a horror maze, but
yeah, it's just kind of like very, very tight, thin
so,
corridors.
so tight and
very
very dark.
claustrophobic.
Yeah, it was very claustrophobic.
Very noisy, just like loud sirens, and then occasionally like a red light will flash with a cheap ghost figure or something. It was a bit intense. We had some people in front of us so we could barely move. So
Yeah,
they're
that's the
going
thing. There was a lot of people in front and people behind us as well. It's very claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Because it's so tight and so dark. We're just gonna check the go-karts now. On this end of the park there is the mini golf and the go-karts. We didn't bought the wristband that included them, but we're just gonna check them out. If you wanted to get them on the wristband as well, it would be $5 more, 28 instead of 23.
quite reasonable.
So one thing that I thought really cool, they have all these picnic areas here that people would come and do like birthday parties. I saw a lot of people with cooler bags bringing their own food, a lot of boxes of pizzas. They do sell some food here on the park, but
Minimal. The whole park is very minimal. But I've really enjoyed it. So even if it is like quite minimal to what it is, if this was your local little park and you come here on a Saturday afternoon with the kids, go ride a couple of rides, have a little fun. Everyone is really friendly here. Everything's really nice. Everything's worked, except the one flat ride that keeps breaking down actually.
yeah, flat ride is closed. It's a shame, I really wanted to do it. They have some other flat rides that is kind of the same you always see on fairgrounds. This one I wanted to do because I never had the chance to do it anywhere else before, but it's closed and we're gonna go to Six Flags Great America now. And the park here is gonna close soon anyway. We're here in June and the park opens only on Saturdays and Sundays. and from midday to 5 p.m. But it's kind of all you need as well. You don't need to have more hours here. It's a very small park and it's pretty easy to do everything. We didn't even arrive by gates open. We arrived at
1 p.m. I think. Gates open.
Yeah.
Yeah, we arrived at 1 p.m. I was a little bit concerned when we turned up and there was this massive queue out the front. However, the park's been absolutely fine. Staff have been great. So I've actually really enjoyed my day here. Sometimes the little parks, they just offer you something different that you can just go in and enjoy with no expectations.
Every ride operator, before you go on the ride, they will talk to you, start a conversation, and obviously, okay, that slows operations a little bit. But I mean, it's the vibe of the place. I think that's kind of what I was expecting from here. And I think it's a really cool park. I'm glad we came here.
Yeah, I think it was definitely worth a visit. Not saying I'd ever come back to, but for the one-time visit, definitely stop off here if you can, if you're in the area. If you're doing a road trip, this park is located perfectly in between Six Flags Great Amerrika and Mount Olympus, so it's always worth considering if you're driving across the two then.
It's also possible to do a half day here and a half day in one of the other parks, which is what we're doing today. You can easily come here, get everything done, and then move to the other park or the other way around.
So we're going to do half a day or a few hours in Great Amerrika, but we're doing 2 days in Great Amerrika. So that's why it's fine that we're only going to be there for a few hours.
It's fine here. For Great Amerrika, it's not fine to be for just half a day.
So that was our day at Little Amerrika. Now we're finally picking up the group and officially starting the Coaster Breaks tour. Tomorrow we're heading to Six Flags Great Amerrika. Make sure to subscribe to check that vlog next.